Guys, Marsengan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be taking the Super Saiyans team, potentially one of the strongest teams in the game at the moment, thanks to having both of the new anniversary LRs on it, as well as, of course, the LR Super Saiyan trio being no slouch themselves. We are going to take them into the new BROLY event that released yesterday. A lot of people calling BROLY or Gogeta the new hardest boss in the game. And we're going to check out and see how well this team can do. Starting off with both the Super Saiyans on the first turn is pretty terrible luck, to be honest, but we'll see how we get on. Now, I did want to try and record a video on this yesterday when the event came out, but the private server hadn't been updated to have the new event in it. And I did try it with the best team I could put together on my account, on my JP, but yeah, it did not go well, shall we say. So, yeah, I decided, I checked the server today to see that it has indeed been updated, and the event is now here. So we'll jump in and try it out over here on the private server. So obviously that does mean all of the units are Rainbow Link level 10. There is still the issue with the friend stats being a lot lower, so the friend is not as good, but if anything, it's more like we just brought a 55% friend instead of a Rainbow Link level 10 one. So we'll see how we get on here, and hopefully we will be okay. So I've seen a lot of people, as I say BROLY could be one of the hardest bosses. I think is it the last phase? He disables dodge, whilst also not only having a super attack that hits pretty hard. Like, it's not the highest raw damage. I think he does less damage than Zamasu in terms of the actual number, but he also lowers your defense, so it's the same as the Omega or Sin effect, where it does actually hit a lot harder than you might think it would because of that defense lowering ability. So we'll see how we go. But the big thing with the Super Saiyans team is obviously the fact that we can, to a certain extent in some of these events, very much just like speed blitz the enemy, because starting with both the Super Saiyans on the first turn would have been pretty awkward, but we got very lucky there was no attacks in slot 1, because of course they are not really a slot 1 unit. So by having them in the opposite ends here with links active and everything, they've been able to do a pretty significant amount of damage. We didn't get a lot of orbs, unfortunately, with the friend one, though. That's the other problem with having them both on the same rotation, is the double orb changing means you kind of end up with the one in slot 1 basically taking all of the orbs. Because if we could have got another additional super in here, or two, we still got, oh no, that was him attacking. I was going to say, we're about to get the hidden potential as well, but yeah, if we'd got another super attack in there, maybe some crits, like, we would have actually finished him off. See, the friend one, even with the lower stats, we got type advantage, we got that damage reduction, so we are looking good here. Obviously, we are, their full passive is up because we're on a Super Saiyans team. How do I want to play this out? I suppose I probably just want to float off Gogeta, right, so that he transforms straight away. Probably the way to go. And then we will get some key with you, and then we'll get these rainbows for you. So yeah, it seems like a pretty good turn here, because you'll get some key, you'll get your 18 key super to get a stack, because the Tech Bird Coup is kind of like, his stocks went up a little bit thanks to the release of the Super Saiyans team with the LR in December, but he obviously still in certain situations can be pretty risky. Like, getting the first hit of the turn is always the scary one for him, even with his guard active, so we do have to be very careful on where we're putting him on which turns. But having that revival there is always pretty clutch as well, so that can come in handy later on. And then yeah, Broly getting to get an attack off here to get a stack for his attack is very good. And let's see, we got the okay, this is a pretty good rotation actually. God Goku slot 1, defensive beast. These guys got a decent amount of supers on the first turn, but we're not going to pull the trigger on their active skill this early. And then look at that, we can get the full 9 orbs we need to get their full passive, and then future Gohan in slot 3. So Goku ideally obviously needs to dodge the first couple of attacks here, because even with the guard and type advantage, he might take a little bit of damage. Not, you know, anything crazy, but maybe not double digits. But once he gets to attack, he now should be tanking any normals for double digits and hopefully dodging a super. Future Gohan in slot 3, obviously post super attack, has very, very good damage reduction. So I think this rotation pretty much invincible. Like, the Super Saiyans, as powerful as they are, The only downside for them, of course, is we can get a turn where they do like a super and then 2 or 3 additional normals and then get supered, and they will die. But obviously that's the trade-off for having such a very powerful like damage dealing unit, right? Is the you know, sometimes they don't be tanking those big supers. But Broly super and Goku again. Yeah, let's go. All right, we take those. God Goku with the full 100% dodge clip on this turn. You love to see it. And then 17 million from the LR Super Saiyans. Like, man, I've seen some people saying, like, with the release of these new LRs, especially because obviously they're on Movie Heroes, which is Gogeta's team. With the release of the new LRs for the anniversary, these guys could easily be considered, like, top 3 LRs in the game, which I guess it all depends where you still want to rank like Piccolo and Bulma in the mix, because obviously Gogeta and Broly are in the conversation. But yeah, I mean, these guys were already super good when they came out, and then both the anniversary LRs not only being on their team, but then them also being on the leader skill for Gogeta. Yeah, their stonks definitely risen. I mean, we're on turn 4 and we're already on AGL Broly. When I was trying this on my account with my team that was like full 55%, and obviously admittedly I don't have the Super Saiyan, so it's a little bit harder. But yeah, this was a real struggle, and now we seem to be doing okay. So I don't really want to float Broly, but then I guess at the same time I also don't really want to transform him because his domain negatively affects the whole of my team. He does still have his guard currently, so keeping him in slot 3 works. I think we'll go ahead and do the active skill here for the Super Saiyans, because, well, actually, no, the friend one is the one that did, like, no attacks on the previous turn, did they? So they're not going to be very strong on this turn. So actually, I don't think I will do that just yet. We'll save it up. We can definitely do the other Super Saiyans active skill on the next turn, because they got a bunch of attacks off on the previous turn. And then, yeah, Goku here, getting another super, getting another defense raise, and then as long as the first hit isn't a super, he's got type advantage. I mean, he's got the guard, obviously, still anyway. He should be able to tank relatively well here. See, the first attack still doing 56k, but then we drop to double digits. Building up that passive, fully built up into the attack now, so on the next turn he should hit relatively hard. Yeah, see, the friend one, way lower numbers, 8.2 mil. Of course, we really don't want Broly to super attack them. We did get a lot of orbs, though, so we should be getting the... if we get good RNG, we obviously get their full suite of attacks here. They can do a bunch of additional supers, each one, of course, giving them a ton of extra attack. They've got a decent amount of damage reduction. Then he took the normal, so that's fine. I think Broly... Does Broly live a super from this Broly here? I don't actually know. It depends how many supers he does, I guess, but he is guarding still. So I would hope so. I guess we'll see. But we should get a few additional supers off with him here as well. So his post-supers defense is going to be pretty high, and he has guard. So I think he should be okay. I don't really know. I know this Broly hits for well over 1 million, and as I said, he has the damage, the defense lowering. So you really are going to ideally want, you know, units that are tanking because of like damage reduction. To be the ones that are taking these big super attacks. So, I mean, Broly, there's another, is what, super attack number 4? So, defensively, he's looking very strong on this turn. Even with the defense lowering from a potential Broly super here, hopefully we would be okay. And there's another one. Oh my god, he's just going and going. Oh, this Broly. How could anyone, like, I've seen some people... maybe just disappointed that it wasn't like a Blue Gogeta or whatever. I've seen people saying that they're not excited to summon for these units when they come to Global, and I'm just like, how? How is that even possible? But, oh, this is going to be a spicy turn. All right, so let's go ahead and use our active skill for you while Gogeta still has the... Actually, does he change? I can't remember if he loses any of the Super Saiyan links. He might lose Golden Warrior, actually. So let's go ahead and use the Super Saiyan's active skill here. So it should do some pretty good damage considering the number of supers that they got in the previous turn. And then, of course, we'll go ahead and transform Gogeta. I still want to put God Goku in slot 1, so I am going to be relying on him dodging. Although, is it this phase that disables dodge? I'm not sure. I should probably check that before we... before I open myself up to getting absolutely annihilated here in the first slot. I guess we'll see. So big super from them. Yeah, 21 million damage crit. That's pretty good. And then that puts them up to 878k defense. So let me just bring up the event here. So challenge, movie, was it movie memorial battle, and then BROLY. So AGL. Oh, there's another phase. Well, that's interesting. So this guy doesn't disable dodge. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I haven't looked too much into the event. I very much just assumed that the full power BROLY would be the final phase. So I mean, I guess those of you, if you're watching the video, you probably do know already, and if not, you're going to find out very soon. The last phase is the BROLY trio, and that disables dodge, which is interesting. So we see how that turn plays out. Right, we get Blue Gogeta out here. And then, there we go. Do a lot of damage at the end here. So dodge is not disabled. I mean, we could still get unlucky. Oh, no. No, Goku. Just make that the one time you don't dodge this turn, right? You're gonna dodge the super, which is taking ages to load for some reason. You're going to dodge this, though, right, God Goku? No! Bro! He's got guard, but I don't know if that's enough. Oh, it's a good thing this team has a lot of HP. Jeez! 520k. Damn. God Goku letting us down with the dodge in slot 1. You hate to see it. Alright, well, at least we know now post-super he's tanking everything else for double digits. I don't think this BROLY can double super. I literally just looked at whether he can disable dodge in this phase and then closed Dokkan info, because Dokkan info does make my everything lag quite a bit. So that was pretty crazy. But yeah, obviously with the guaranteed quits this turn from doing the active skill, the LR Super Saiyans will finish him off here. And we are going to get the revival with Goku, because we are going to be below the 59% HP, which means he has guard, loses his guard, and has the revival potential. So I think what we want to do here, actually, if we really want to get the maximum value, we'll go ahead and active skill with Goku. Then we're going to leave Future Gohan in slot 1, because he has the potential, as long as it's not like a slot 1 super. Look at that BROLY sprite. As long as it's not a slot 1 super, Future Gohan should be okay to tank. And then, because it's Goku's the one that's going to get us killed, in theory. But obviously anyone who dies on the turn, it's fine. We get the revival. So let's go ahead, and we don't need to watch the Spirit Bomb one again. But we'll fire off the friend Spirit Bomb here. Or Spirit Bomb Fist. Do some nice little bit of extra damage, and then we can do this, and we can do this. I mean, potentially they could get themselves killed here, but then we'll do this. So as long as Future Gohan doesn't get immediately supered, then yeah, awesome. So he hasn't really got to do much in this event so far. It's crazy to think that this team is so powerful. Like, every one of these units could be vying for a situation where they just want to be on the rotation. But unfortunately with the Super Saiyans, the trio, especially because they keep their buffs from their super only for 3 turns, they're not really good as a floating unit. So if you're running double LR Super Saiyan trio leads, then you're not going to want to be floating them off rotation. So you always want one of them to be there, so that they're getting those stacks and everything. So, all right, so they're going to super Future Gohan. How much is he going to take from this? Let's see if our boy... Oh, double-digit damage. Let's go Future Gohan. All right. So the Super Saiyans in the middle, being the friend with the lower numbers, maybe could get killed here. They do still, of course, they have the damage reduction. The post-super defense is very good. They're going to do some damage here with the crits. I mean, even if it is them that gets us killed, it's all good, right? Oh, double digits still. Let's go. All right, Birdcoo. Actually, no, I was going to say, is he going to pull something special out here? But his main defense, like his raw defense is okay, but his main defensive tech, of course, is that guard, which we don't have. So he is going to get killed here, I'm fairly sure. He's going to put the work in, though. Put in a shift here in slot 3, getting an extra super. Do a little bit of extra damage. We'll love to see that. All the benefit to the team. And then 221k. Okay, that's actually not good. You were supposed to die, bro. Oh, no. We could actually die now, unironically, because of the... Oh, that's not what we wanted to see. Let's go for the God Goku active. Does a crit. I mean, all we can really do now, I guess, is we just have to put Broly in slot 1, transform, and then hope that he gets the kill by himself here, because the rest of the rotation is not going to fare very well with Broly. I mean, he's got obviously the damage, the guard, but his start of turn defense, it's 585k, which is obviously good for the most part, but if he gets supered here in slot 1, that's going to be bad. I can't believe this. We've almost actually snatched defeat from the jaws of victory by Tech Goku not dying. Okay. Whew. Whew. We're only doing a normal. If it was a super slot 1, I'd be a little bit scared. But look at that. Broly, 21 million. It's the only benefit to Broly not having big bad bosses and like being a Super Saiyan character is that you can run him on these teams with these links and he's still perfectly fine, right? He's not missing a big bad boss's partner because the rest of the team is super types. So that works out really, really well. And of course, God Goku gets his full passive on a team as long as there's only one extreme enemy. So Broly fits in very nicely. But there you go. So that is the Broly event. Now, obviously, being with a full Link level 10 full Rainbow team, this was literally the first attempt. But I have seen a lot of people saying that this event is the new hardest event in the game. We definitely got lucky at certain points for sure. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. That was the Super Saiyans team versus Broly. We'll try and cook up a good extreme team to do versus Gogeta, and we'll have that one go up later today as well. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.